The adventures of Jungle Jim, broadcast weekly over this station, are based upon the action pictures which appear in the Comic Weekly, the full-color comic supplement which is delivered to you every week with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. This is the story of a man who loved adventure. Chinese bandits and Borneo pirates were all in a day's work to Jungle Jim. But now he has been offered a new assignment. A secret attempt is planned to overthrow the government of the Paguan Islands. Jim has been asked to accept the task of foiling the rebel plans. In the typical manner of the adventurer, Jim left his decision to chance in the form of a leopard hunt. If the hunt was successful, he would accept the proposal of Major Breeze. If unsuccessful, he would not accept it. Everything looked like a perfect setup when things began to happen. The guns of Jim and Lil failed to fire, and only the quick action of Major Breeze averted a tragedy. The leopard was killed, but in the excitement, Jim was wounded and Kolu injured. So it begins to look as if Jungle Jim will decide against accepting the adventure in the Paguan Islands. Surely the leopard hunt could hardly be pronounced successful with the casualties that have occurred. Now they're back in camp.
Can you walk, Kolu?
Yeah. Kolu all right. Tuan Jim hurt bad.
No, I'm all right too, Kolu. Just a scalp wound is all.
Yeah, but there's some question as to how it happened. You don't know how badly I feel about it.
It wasn't your fault, Major.
Well, it was my manservant who shot Jim.
He try kill Tuan Jim.
Are you sure, Kolu?
Kolu sure. Koa stand in tall grass. Aim straight at Tuan Jim's head.
Oh.
Kolu hit gun just as he fire. Kolu sorry he not make him miss.
Well, Kolu, you deflected the gun enough to save my life, and I'm thankful.
Tuan Jim saved Kolu's life many times.
I still can't understand how he dared to do it.
These crazy natives will dare anything. What I can't understand is why he did it.
Well, the explanation of that is very simple. He didn't want Jim to go to the Paguan Islands.
Yeah. Kolu and Missy Lil think him bad man.
I should never have let him have a gun.
Oh, Major.
Yes?
You say you've checked Lil's gun as well as mine?
Yes, both of you had bad cartridges. They were duds. Someone had tampered with them.
Why, both of us?
It's lucky your gun wasn't tampered with, Major, because if you hadn't shot the leopard, it would have been too bad for all of us.
Well, that's just the point, Lil. Someone wanted me to shoot and wanted to make sure that I did.
Your manservant tried shoot. Same time as you, Major Breeze.
Yes, that's it, Kolu. He wanted to cover his shot with mine. Then it would look like I did the shooting.
Yes, but why should anyone want to make it appear that you shot me?
Well, I'm beginning to see light.
Well, if I shot you, they couldn't pin murder on me, but as a careless and unreliable hunter, I would be discredited. I could never go back to the Paguan Islands. You would be dead, Jim, and I'd be out of the picture.
Well, I don't know, Major. Sounds a little far-fetched to me.
Why do you think he did it, Jim?
I don't know yet, Lil. If it was politics, well, that's one thing. But I'm immodest enough to think that native just wanted to get rid of me.
He got away, did he, Kolu?
Kolu very sorry. Major Breeze's servant hit me overhead with gun.
Could we send the other natives after him?
Not much use, Major. He must have others working with him.
The heliograph.
Oh, say, did any of you see any further signs?
Natives find big mirror on Torch Hill.
Torch Hill. That's where we saw the flashing.
Yes, but no one there. All people gone.
Yes, now it all ties up. I meet a casual passenger on the boat. Our conversation strangely switches to you, Jim. And when he goes, he leaves me a note warning me not to engage you.
Did that chap resemble your manservant, Major?
No, Lil. No, not in the slightest.
Well, I just wondered.
Tell me, where did you get our little playmate?
What do you mean, playmate?
The gentleman who parted my hair with that piece of lead.
Oh, Koa. Oh, he was just one of the men, a porter, I think, at the hotel.
Did he seek you out for employment?
Well, come to think of it, Lily did. But he was given a good character by the manager of the hotel, and he had some excellent letters of recommendation.
The easiest thing in the world to forge.
Yes, I know, Jim, but they were all in good order, and he seemed a good worker and thoroughly reputable.
No doubt. In fact, in spite of all my doubts and a little evidence of something funny going on, I couldn't help thinking he must be all right.
The important thing hasn't been mentioned.
What's that?
The little matter in the Paguan Islands.
What do you mean?
Well, we set out on this leopard hunt with the understanding that if the hunt was successful, Jim would accept my invitation. If unsuccessful, he would reject it.
Yeah.
Well, which is it, Jim? We bagged the leopard, all right. Or do you consider that crease on your head an ill omen?
Yes, Major, I know we bagged the leopard all right. But you could hardly call it good news or a good omen.
Don't take it unless you want to, Jim. We've salted away enough to live without this money. If you have a hunch, we ought not to try it.
Well, there were some casualties, counting Kolu's head, but there's the leopard, and that's what we went after.
Kolu think flashes no more will come from Torch Hill when Mira in Tuan Jim's tent.
There may be several of them. They may come back and finish the job they started.
What a happy thought.
Kolu no think they come back.
Nor do I. Koa, that's the fellow's name, wasn't it?
Yes, Jim.
Koa thinks I'm dead. He knows Kolu was wise to him. No, I think Koa and the boys who manipulated the signal are both well on their way by now.
Now, what are you going to do?
Let him go, Major. Let him go thinking I'm dead.
Let him go completely?
He almost got you, Jim.
Almost. Well, what do you mean, Lil? I'll be as fit as a fiddle in a week. Thanks again, Kolu, for deflecting that gun.
But you say let him go completely. Does that mean that you want to let the whole thing go?
I don't know, Major. What do you say, Lil?
It's up to you, Jim. I'm ready to call it all quits. Maybe I'm not patriotic, but who cares who bosses the Paguan Islands? Whoever it is, they're welcome to it.
Well, now, Lil, it's really deeper than that. The United States has controlled the islands for years, has helped establish order, has given authority to their government, has helped build their industry. Now, if the government gives them their freedom, as we promised, we hate to see all our efforts torn to pieces by an unscrupulous American who plans to start a revolution and ride his success on the resultant trouble.
I don't know. It should be a lot of fun.
Yes, Jim, and dangerous. The law in the jungle is a convenient thing. If you were discovered as the man who came to rid the country of this conspirator, why, they'd rise up in arms against you.
The risk doesn't mean anything to Jim. He loves it.
Kolu do whatever Tuan Jim wants.
Well, it looks like a vote is being taken. Major, I said the leopard hunt would be my basis of decision.
There's the leopard, Jim.
Right. But, of course, you shot it.
What difference does it make?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it's an omen that you'll solve the Paguan problem instead of us.
Now, don't talk yourself into rejecting my offer.
Do you want to do it, Jim?
It'll be the greatest adventure he ever had in his life.
That's saying a lot for Jungle Jim.
Well, if there was ever any doubt in my mind, it's gone now. With Koa's escape, the discovery of this mirror on the hillside...
Wait a minute, Major.
Yeah?
What's that? What?
Over there by the tent flap.
Where? Over here? On this side?
No, on the other side. There, right by that stake there, see?
Oh, yes. I've got it. Hey, that's funny. That's very odd.
What is it?
Oh, I saw a sparkle in the sun.
Yes, it's a ring.
A ring?
What kind of a ring?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. That's odd. Look, the stone and the setting.
Yes. Do you know who that ring belongs to?
It isn't yours, Major?
No.
Well, don't make us guess.
That's the ring. I'm positive it's the one. That ring belongs to the man in the Paguan Islands we want to expose.
What?
Why,
Here, let me see it again.
it has a strange setting.
Lil, look at this crest.
Yes, I don't know what that is.
Listen, Major. What makes you so sure it belongs to your friend on the Paguan Island?
Well, I knew him well a few years ago. I was stationed on the island. I've been to many parties and dances out at his place. I became suspicious of him during those months, but I had no definite proof until later.
I see. And the ring?
Oh, yes. One night at a dinner, he was showing this ring to a girl on the veranda as I joined them.
I never saw anything quite like it. The coloring of the stone, the setting, and that crest or inscription on the back.
Yes, he credited it with certain supernatural powers.
Oh, really?
Yes. Of course, he was notorious for being such an awful liar that nobody believed him.
Until he proved it?
Well, he didn't satisfy me.
What about the girl?
Yes, I think she believed him.
What sort of supernatural powers?
Lil, look at that crest.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that crest, Lil?
Wait a minute. That isn't... Why, it's the old lamasery in Tibet.
Tibet? Yes, he did have some cock and bull story about Tibet.
So this belongs to our friend in the Paguan Islands, huh?
Yes, I'm certain, unless there's another just like this.
Which is not at all impossible.
But how could it get here?
Maybe manservant Koa near.
Oh, he never wore a ring, to my knowledge.
But how else?
Major just told you, Lil. His friend claims supernatural powers with it.
Oh, come, Jim. That blow on the head must be bothering you.
But the ring.
Major, I told you the leopard hunt would determine my answer.
That's right. And we have the leopard.
Yes, I know we have the leopard. But you'll have to agree it was full of omens, and I mean very bad, bad omens.
Well, I don't want to insist, but I think they were good omens. We outwitted the fellow who tried to kill you, and now within a couple of hours after the trouble, we're all well and happy. That is, almost.
We were lucky. But those dud bullets, this scalp wound, the bum Kolo has should mean something.
Jim's right, Major. We got the leopard. But from every other standpoint, this hunt was chock full of warning signs.
It was successful, though.
Yes, in a dangerous, roundabout, doubtful way.
Am I to interpret this as your answer to my proposal?
It sounds that way to me, Major.
Well, I want to clear that I consider all the incidents of that leopard hunt to be so packed with warnings to us that from every single angle, I'm persuaded to turn down the new adventure.
I don't like to hear you say that, Jim. The government needs your help. The people of the Paguan Islands need your help. I don't know another man in the whole world with whom I would trust this mission.
I'm grateful for your confidence in my work, Major.
Well, you've earned it. And I'm only hoping you will take this case and prove my confidence is fully deserved.
Once Jim has made up his mind.
But you haven't, have you, Jim?
Yes, Major, I have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've made up my mind to accept your challenge to prevent the revolution.
To accept?
Yes. But not on account of the leopard hunt,
Well, why, Jim?
but on account of the ring. I know where it came from,
Yes, I'm sure it is. He wore it in the Paguan Islands.
but he stole it.
Stole it.
Right. I don't know what powers he claimed for it, Major. What supernatural powers he said it had. But I do know he had no right to the ring. And we're going to the Paguan Islands.
1 week later, a giant clipper ship drones over the Pacific, carrying Jim, Lil, and Kolo to the Paguan Islands and another great adventure. Listen for the next episode in the adventures of Jungle Jim. Follow the adventures of Jungle Jim on the air and in the full-color action pictures which appear in the Comic Weekly, the great comic supplement which comes to you each week as a part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. The Comic Weekly is the world's largest comic supplement containing the best comic and adventure stories depicted each week in full-action color pictures. Follow your comic favorites, Jiggs and Maggie, Barney Google, the Katzenjammer Kid, the Little King, as well as the exciting adventures of Flash Gordon and Jungle Jim. All these and many other of your favorite comic characters are to be found in full color in the Comic Weekly, which comes to you with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. More thrilling radio adventures of Jungle Jim will be heard at the same time next week over this same station. Be sure to tune in.